Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. I will be showing my face here in a few moments. I'm so excited. Today, I couldn't decide what I was going to talk about because my life on the daily is probably many times just like yours. And I had felt that today we could talk about what I'm afraid of. What are my fears? And I thought it would be awesome. Hey, Queen. How are you, my dear? And Beezer. Yeah, she won't be here during this live, but she'll catch us on the after live crew. Queen, it's so good to see you. Very good to see you, my dear. I'm going to be camming up here in just a moment. I thought it was kind of weird. Every time I go back and I look at my videos and I'm like rolling my eyes and in silence until more people come in. Hey, Mirandy. Oh my gosh. I almost was going to catch a link and come up on your video today because I think it was like 2 weeks ago when you inspired so many people on my live that I was just felt so blessed, so blessed. And your daily morning prayers, it's just so sweet what you do for the community. It really is. Praying for everybody. I just love it. Love, love, love it. But yes, I know I should have come up on your live because I was thinking about it, but then Julie came up and then I'm like, that's kind of a lot, but it was all right. I was actually gonna like clean my kitchen during that time. And then since you were sitting outside, I'm like, you know what? I can put that off for a little while yet. Definitely. But let me see here. Yes, I work from home, so during the week. So I can kind of do this whenever. I understand the work thing. But I can't wait to hear what your fears are. And um, as I'm camming up here, I had to turn a fan on because I'm sitting right in front of the patio door. It's very bright because we have a southern exposure here, so the sun just beats in, and I was kind of, Queen, you clean houses? Oh my gosh. You can come to my house. I would love it. Love, love, love it. I did have a cleaning lady for 26 years, and she kind of retired from doing individual homes, but we became very close friends and still are. But I was so excited. I used to see her when I worked outside of the home. I rarely saw her unless we were going out, which we kind of did a lot actually. But it's such a blessing to be able to have somebody do that for you. And in my opinion, today, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. Hey, just keep it real, my love. Hey, hope you're feeling better. Hey, Tara, it was so good to see you on your live today. Randy probably understands this, but my biggest fear is dying too young. I'm not afraid to die, but don't want to leave my family so soon. I get that. I really, really do. And just keep it real said she feels the same exact way. And you have lupus along with other illnesses. Yeah, having something that impacts what you do on a daily. I know with lupus, one of the things is being able to be outside and in the sunshine and get your tan on and being in a pool when it's sunny out. And I know there's a lot more to that, but that's the first thing that comes to my mind. Definitely. Yep. Mirandy says she understands and feels the same. Definitely, for sure. But I'm so excited you're all here. Um, One of my biggest fears, I know, I have a lot of fears, but I shouldn't say a lot of fears. I have one fear that throws me into a panic attack. Mitten Mama. So good to see you, my dear. That's so cute. Yes. Tara has a channel and she was on just before the, um, I came on. It was fun. So I was over there watching her while I was trying to get ready. So yesterday I was super sick with a bad migraine and I could barely stay awake. And then I like woke up and I couldn't I felt good in the morning. I woke up with this migraine. So then I thought if I drink coffee, have a lot of caffeine, it will go away. Nope, not at all. And so yesterday I slept on and off all day, took Excedrin migraine, and by the end of it, this morning, I feel great. I was like sleeping on the couch like at 6 o'clock. I told Steve, we're going to bed early. I'm going to bed early. Just Keep It Real says, I'm like Queen. I can't wait to get to heaven and be with my lost loved ones. But I just don't want to leave my kids and grands. They still need me. Absolutely. I think that's one of my fears too. Um, and really leaving my kids behind. Like, what would they do without me? And even as you get older, just keep it real. So you gave me this migraine then. Yes, I did. No, you can blame that on Mr. Just Keep It Real. Let's just say that because he doesn't have a bubble for you to be in when he mows the lawn. I know, I couldn't believe it. On Monday, people were talking about it, and yesterday, I had it, and now it's, but I feel better. So we're doing good. Hey, Wandering Scorpio, it's so good to see you today. My hair is just blowing because I have a fan on, and if it's noisy, just let me know because I hate turning on the air conditioning. I'm telling you all now, I hate it. I like it to be hot. Even though if I am hot, I love to turn on a fan. It makes me very I don't like air conditioning, let's just say that. In a car, yes, but not when I'm at home. Tara says that's the worst fear for me. It's just awful and it's actually legit and justified. Yep, exactly. Exactly, just keep it real. Yes, the nerve of him mowing the lawn. Like I always tell you, if we live closer, he could mow the lawn. You can come and stay with me for a day or two until that all the dust settles, and then he can have you back. We'll let him have you back. Let me see. Oh my gosh, Queen, your air has been on for months. We actually here I just last week, Friday, I think it was, turned the heat off. And I keep our house at 75. I do not like being cold. When I was a kid, my dad, we lived on a farm, like a non-working farm, but in an old farmhouse. And my dad, we had a wood burning stove, and for him, that was what heated like our house. But we also had heat, and it was always set at 60. And my sister and I, we slept upstairs, and we got smart. We would like crank that sucker to 80 because sometimes with the wood burning stove, but her and I both swore when we became adults, we would never live without heat. We would never go through what we went through growing up. I hated being cold, everything. It just drove me crazy. I don't like it. And we didn't have air conditioning in the farmhouse either. So it was always very hot in the summer, and we slept with fans. And for me, that was like good enough. And yes, I live in Wisconsin, so I should be um, used to it by now. You never get used to it. Oh, yeah, just keep it real. You can. I have M for Maggie, O for Olivia, and K for Kaden. Yep. That's my little gallery wall. There's a picture frame, a vintage picture frame, and I like antiques and things like that. And I'm going to be putting in there a picture, well, vintage picture, of course, of my mom when she was a little girl. And she totally looked like Shirley Temple. And but it's up high in the closet, and there's no way I can get it down, but it's it'll be very, very fun. But when I do a tour of my house, because you'll have to see that we live just like everybody else. I love old things that have a history and meanings to it, except we just got new furniture, and no, it's not low at all. It's average size. And when you when we do that tour, you'll see how I physically get on the couch. And no, I don't run and then jump, but I'm too old for that. Oh, Tara, you love old farmhouses. They're so beautiful. Yeah, they are. They're When I was growing up, I always wanted to live in the city because all my friends lived in the city. And but now I live in the city, but we're surrounded by woods. So that is kind of nice. Or conservancy, as you said. Queen, we had 100-degree days already. Starting next week, we'll be staying in the hundreds. Oh my gosh. Are you're in Florida, right? If I'm not mistaken, Queen, I'm not sure. Oh, your mom's family called her Maggie? Yes. Her birth name was Margaret Louise. Oh, Arizona. Oh, yes, I can imagine. It's very hot. When Steve and I first started dating, I would fly into Tucson and he would meet me there, and we'd spend like the weekends together or drive 3 hours to visit his parents. But it's actually cheaper for us to fly to El Paso. Oh my gosh, I love it. Just keep it real. You're a great decorator. Thanks. I do. I love to decorate. I really do. It'll be coming around again when I'll take things down that I'm tired of. And I just kind of try to restyle it or reuse it somewhere else, or just put it away for when I'm not sick of it anymore. Your mom's name was Margaret as well. Oh my gosh, I love that name, Margaret. And when I named the twins, I really wanted them for it to sound, if they were like going to marry royalty, I wanted them to be like Princess Margaret or Princess Olivia, or I wanted them to be able to do that. Or their name would sound cool, like with an MD at the end, or a doctor in front of their names, or some. I wanted their names to look good if they had like titles. But okay, so I'm sure the suspense is killing you. And I'm going to be honest, this is a very hard thing for me to talk about without starting to sweat or getting nervous. I'm already getting nervous. My biggest fear of all times is I'm afraid of bugs. Bugs. Mosquitoes, not so much because they're slow and they're almost nothing, but spiders, oh my goodness, you would think I would lose my mind. It gives me so much anxiety. I have a really hard time processing anything but that bug. Like it would come and get me. It really does. I have had called my brother-in-law. Somehow a grasshopper got in our home, and I called my brother-in-law because I knew where he was going to be driving to work and maybe he could swing by and take care of the situation. But unfortunately, my family is not supportive when it comes to bugs. And I literally have bug spray in every single room in my house. And I have no problems exterminating them. I always feel that I'd lose my mind on that. Just keep it real, she wouldn't survive in Georgia. We have so many different unidentifiable bugs. Oh my gosh. And I literally do. I watch them drop their bodies. I really do. I watch them do that because, and the reason for bug spray in every room is I can't take my eye off of it because some of them move really fast, and then there's some spiders, and then it's just, it's, I can't even describe it. I mean, as you can see, I'm like getting nervous already. But like that is panic attack. I get sweaty, and yes, I keep it in every room just in case, and I try not to, and I scream. And if I'm by myself, that's even worse because you can't look away, and sometimes I'm not fast enough, and oh my goodness, it just drives me crazy. But that ultimately was and is my biggest fear. I do spray the windowsills often just in case they decide they're going to try to sneak in. I have no problem spraying an entire window and watching the spray just run down the window. I mean, I'll clean it later, but once I realize all of these bugs like disappear, and I know none of them are going to get me. Oh, Mirandy, that's how I am about snakes. Yes, very much so. Things with no legs or more than four legs. Yeah, if they have more than four legs or no legs, yes, that I can really look at. Except like there's mice, but I don't want mice in my house. And I'm very fortunate, where I live. And Queen, you probably can understand this. My in laws live in the desert, and my brother in law's wife and I, we were walking around Las Cruces one night, and we like saw cockroaches on the sidewalk that were like 2 inches. And she said they spray everything. And especially when there's people who are moving in, they just built a brand new home. And when people are moving in and they don't get rid of the boxes right away, they there's cockroaches. They just like boxes. And I'm like, oh, so the cockroaches just move with you. Oh my gosh, just thinking about it. I don't know. But I've never seen a cockroach in my life, like being in Wisconsin. I had seen it in New Mexico. Yeah, they're like ginormous. Yes, and they have their yard sprayed, and the inside and exterior part of the house like all over, just because people, I don't know, mit mama, I'm already getting nervous. That is so me. Yes, this is just me, and I couldn't run that day. When we were there, I had my cane. This is before my hip surgery, and I just couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. That we're walking in the dark. I think we were looking like at Christmas or Halloween decorations. That's what we were looking at in the neighborhood. And some of those people really decked it all out, but it was pretty cool. Yes, I would move the F out too, definitely. There's no way. And like my son is looking at apartments, and I'm like, you better make sure that it's all good. And yeah, that kind of stuff is so funny and so scary. We have little lizards on all of our backyard walls, but they are cute. Oh, yeah, like those little gecko things. They have them in Florida, and oh, they're so cute. And those I don't get afraid of if I see them. I just don't want them to like jump in my suitcase because they can get in, like, when you open the door, they can get in your house or in your hotel room. And then I don't want that, but I'm so afraid of bugs, taking bugs with me home. When I go on a trip, I have to keep my dirty clothes completely separated from my clean clothes. And then I just throw the whole laundry bag in the wash machine. I'm so afraid, very afraid to bring bugs home. Mitten Mama, you are so cute, Susie. I am funny. It's just crazy. We have no bugs at my house at all. I spray professional spray every single month. You know what? I do too. I always make sure. I hate them. Here we have box elder bugs, and they're, I don't know, you'll have to look them up, but they're nasty. And I mean, they're not that big. They're maybe almost an inch, maybe. But in the spring and in the fall, they like the heat. And oh, they're everywhere. And so you have to spray those. I do. But mosquitoes, by the way, don't really like me. They like my kids, but they don't necessarily like me. I'm not sure. Countess Tara, oh wow, yeah, we've had critters come home with us from camp before. It's not fun. Oh no, definitely. And I know it sounds silly to be afraid. Bugs don't bother me, but I'm scared to death of frogs and snakes. Yep, that I know. See, we make a great tag team. Just keep it real. You could come to my house, take care of the bugs, and I'll go to your house to take care of the frogs and the snakes. I get frogs and snakes, probably I manage better than I do a bug. Definitely, it is smart. to be careful though. Mama just stomp on them. Oh my gosh. Like I couldn't even believe that time I had a grasshopper and nobody would come. And the poor thing, I was scared. I finally took him out. He was sitting on a pillow. I almost spilled my water all over me. And he was sitting on a pillow that I had in front of the coffee table. And he was just like looking at me for 2 hours. 2 freaking hours he was doing that, and nobody would help me. I mean, I was up like at 5 in the morning, and this is before Steve. We'll just call it BS before Steve. And my brother in law wouldn't help me. Nobody did. I mean, I would even send pictures of it and they'd all laugh. My nieces, ugh, I'm like almost wanted to ask the neighbor. But then again, that I would take my eyes off. But then when I realizes he must have been tired from standing there so long, I took the pillow very carefully to the patio door, opened the screen very carefully, and threw the whole pillow outside and shut the door as fast as I could and was just like losing my mind. Oh my God, frogs can be a little frightening. Yes. We used to play with them when we were kids, but when I was kids, oh no, not bugs. Oh, absolutely not. Oh, and lizards. You hate those too. But those cute little geckos down in Florida that they have, those little lizards, they're so cute. So cute. What is big? Your lizards that you have in Arizona? Yeah, I couldn't do that. And reptiles are unpredictable with their moments. That's why I can't. Yes, so are their movements, so are bugs. Yeah, definitely cannot stand it. Ugh, that's the issue. People, like I always say, I'm really not afraid of people, like meeting new people. No, I need to look at your comment. Did I miss that? These are big. All right. Can't believe I just missed it. Okay. Oh, you have little lizards. I'm looking for it. No, we don't have them. Now I feel bad. You have no bugs at your house, right? These are bigs. All right, I missed it. So you don't have these are big. Like lizards are big. I think I missed something. I feel bad that I missed it. Same here. No. No bugs at your house. Okay, I saw that. Yeah, I'm still not missing. I wonder if YouTube filtered it because I said the K word. Oh, yeah, that could be. No, I didn't see that at all. But I can imagine. I it's interesting, but Scientology doesn't believe in dying, and when you do, they call it you dropped a body. So we'll say that here. We have Sonoran toads here that are poisonous to our pets, so I have to go to my mother-in-law's and care them for her at all the hours of the day and night. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, I bet that would. I I hope you spray them. If you spray them, do they just like die or you have to crank them? See, like I love animals, But this other category of animals or reptiles, I don't consider reptiles animals or insects. Yeah, I just can't do that. Yeah, no, it's awful. You don't want to know how I have to do it. My husband won't do it. He feels bad. I wouldn't feel bad. You know what? I live in my home. There should be warning signs everywhere to the bugs. If you come into my home, you need to prepare to drop your body. Yep. This is like a no bug zone. I can tell you that right now. We don't have a lot of reptiles around here, snakes and frogs, but yeah, I get it. But there are a couple other fears that I have, and I don't, and it's for fear of me because I've seen so many other little people and what I am going to say, and it frightens me and it makes me nervous. And I've seen so many little people throughout my life, and some I have a couple of fears as being a little person. Like I'm very afraid if I have need spine surgery that, and I've seen so many little people have spine surgery, and it appears almost as they have one, then they have another one, and then they have another one, and then they have another one. And before you know it, things aren't getting better. They're still losing feeling in their legs. They need to walk with a walker. Some people are in wheelchairs. And to me, that's very frightening. And it really I have a fear of that. I have a fear that I'm going to get stuck, even with my hip replacement surgery. At the beginning, I was just bearing through it. But then when it got unbearable, I needed to get different insurance, which was very hard. But I was afraid that if you get one hip replacement surgery, that wasn't going to go well. And then my sciatica wouldn't go away. And all of these other issues. I mean, it was just like, I was very fearful. So a lot of times, like, I will just live with pain because I'm more frightened until it becomes unbearable. And it's really unfortunate. With my type of dwarfism, we all have spinal stenosis. And for you, though, of those who may not know what that is, it's the narrowing of the spinal column as you start getting from like your T down all the way to your butt, where it gets really narrow, and then it puts pressure on the nerves, and the pinching can become so much that it impacts the sensitivity in your legs and can cause you to have no feeling. And that it terrifies me. Surgery doesn't terrify me. It's if surgery doesn't work, or if once you have had one surgery, you have another one and another one and another one. So that makes me very frightened. Something else, and with regards to that, there are a lot of surgeons out there who, you know, they have you believing in them so much that you have to go back and you have to go back and you have to go back and they have to go back in. And so for me, that is very fearful. And yeah, so I have spinal stenosis, and I am so blessed that I have not needed surgery. I don't have lower spine issues. I'm so blessed. But that is one of my fears because I have several friends who are my age who can no longer walk independently, have had so many issues as a result of so many surgeries. And it's just really, really sad. And that is something that I'm very afraid of. Uh, just keep it real. You're funny. I'd K a toad. And yes, definitely. Me too. Mitten Mama. Whoops. Sometimes us women have to hold the whole dang house down. Yes, I agree. We do. We got to keep our eyes on it. And that's what I don't understand. Like, Steve, I'm like, there's a bug. He's like, how did you know it was there? I'm like, I'm always high on alert. You never know. Mr. Just Keep It Real tried to K a lizard under our porch a couple of years ago and it got away. He caught the tail though. We saw the sucker again, only with that half a tail. He's still living here. Oh my gosh. Like, was that lizard like huge or just a little lizard? Kind of curious. Queen says, that's so good you've not had major health issues that need surgery. Right. I really haven't. I've had cervical neck surgery because I fell and it herniated a disc, but they were able to fix that. And I've been very good probably since 2016. But my ex mother in law had surgery after surgery after surgery, and then she had neck surgery after neck surgery after neck surgery that she could barely walk. She had a lot of incontinence, and that is so hard. And I felt bad for her, but I didn't know what it was really like, you know. But I am very fortunate and very blessed. Another thing that may shock you is my fear. This is for myself, just for myself, and uh, and my children to work really hard at being healthy because when I was pregnant with the twins, like I am afraid of how do I say this becoming huge. I really am. Like, I'm afraid because I don't want to be able to lose my inability to do things that I can do today. So I make a conscious effort of trying to eat healthy and controlled. When I found I was pregnant with twins, my biggest fear was that I was going to get fat, just like I looked with having twins. And the hard part about that fear was all I would eat was oranges every day. Oranges, 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 oranges. Food, I was afraid to put food into my mouth because I was afraid. Because I've known so many people who have had that problem that I just don't think I could be like that. And my cousin and I have talked about this before, and she, and I'm not the only person who thought like that. My aunt felt that way very, very much. I know my sister and I have discussed it that she has that fear in her mind too. And not like in a negative way, as in, I I worry, like I worry about my kids because being so short and so overweight is really Very, very hard. Oh my gosh, look who came in. Hot Southern Dad, you just had a section to jump in here. We miss you, my dear, very much. Definitely. I very much miss you. Oh, we'll have to connect one of these days when you're not in a meeting or that kind of thing. You missed it on Sunday. Mr. Spicy was here. Yeah, definitely. We're just talking about my fears. That's cool. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and put notifications on. But that is one of, and it's hard to talk about it too. Um, talk about, well, do you have something, when I say I just don't want to get fat, I don't want to become overweight, very fearful. It's something that, but I can control that because I don't have a genetic problem. Hey, Crazed, it's so good to see you. Hello. I only gained approximately 20 pounds each pregnancy because of my genetic disorder. All four kids weigh 9 pounds and up, which in reality, your babies were all your nutrition and everything went into your babies. Yes, even when I had the twins, I only gained 30 pounds. And I remember when I had a C-section, they took them out and I'm like, oh, I feel skinny. I was just like, oh, but I still had to work at everything. Let me see. Hey, Fancy, it's good to see you. For some of you who are just coming in, we're talking about my fears, and the fear I was talking about was becoming an extremely overweight little person, and I was afraid. And it was just for myself. It's not for anybody else. Um, my daughter, Olivia, and you'll meet her one day. Her and I are going to do a live together. Um, struggles. It's very, very hard because we can eat the same amount of food as everybody else. Hey, Ms. Maz, welcome, welcome in. So good to see you. Wrong sentiment, lol. My genetic issues. I am genetically inclined to eat of really good food, lol. I am too. Oh my gosh. I can eat pasta every meal all the time. It's like my favorite thing. Just keep it real. I walked out of the hospital in my normal jeans. I wanted to keep the weight, but never could. I get it. I definitely get it. Hey, Gemini Mama, it's so good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Very much so. But, and there's, trying to think, it was like on the Wandering Scorpio. Yes. Pasta all day, all week. Yep. All day, every day. Oh my goodness. I can just crank on that all the time. But tonight for dinner, we're doing avocado toast for dinner, trying to eat healthy. I made a big thing of spaghetti over the weekend, and that covers a few meals. And then last night I made a steak with macaroni and cheese. I cut the steak into strips and cook them up and season them up. And then I mix it all together in one big pan with macaroni and cheese, and my family loves it. We usually put adobo on there and slap your mama. And I love slap your mama. I really do. Very, very much so. But for me, that is a real life thing that I have to work at all day, every day. And I'm not skinny, by any means, but I try to manage my weight. And I would like to have um, a woman join me. Hopefully, her name is Laura. I don't want to say. But I would love her to do a live with me because she's a little person and she's lost a lot of weight being on a program and talking about how she changed her eating habits. And she lost, I think, close to 100 pounds. So, and her and I are about the same size. I mean, as in height wise, approximately. But she can talk, she can discuss what it was like because in reality, little people can eat just as much as average size people for sure. Oh, just keep it real says she made $1 million spaghetti 2 nights ago. You know that $1 million spaghetti. Have any of you ever seen Trailer Trash Tammy? Oh my gosh, I love her. She makes her spaghetti just like I does, and she calls it Jesus spaghetti. I wanted to. I gotta move up. My chat is going a little fast. Fancy. I'm fixing stuffed peppers and mashed potatoes and corn, green beans for supper. Oh my gosh, I love vegetables and I love stuffed peppers. I should make those one of these days. And I like making them with red or yellow peppers because they're just a little bit sweeter. But of course, I'm heavy on the rice because, that's a carb. I love carbs. So, yes, just keep it real that $1 million spaghetti is basically baked spaghetti on steroids. And you know what? I bake my spaghetti in my air fryer. Oh my gosh, you guys. I love my air fryer. You can bake in it. It's amazing. Amazing. Oh, Wandering Scorpio. I'm so glad you liked it. Excellent picture of you and Steve in White Sands. Yes. I think I want to go there. We're going in again in June and we're spending a couple of days in Las Cruces with my in-laws. And I think I want to go there again just for the photo opportunity. And that would be cool to do a live, well, a short live so y'all can see how amazing White Sands is. It is like it literally out of the middle of nowhere is it looks like this big thing of snow. It's that crazy. It is very, very much. So much. Crazed was saying I was craving those yesterday. I was thinking of making stuffed peppers. Just unbelievable. How is it we always wind up talking about food? I think it is so funny. Fancy, you're started at all. But then there was me with my avocado toast. We buy this bread, which is so amazing from Trader Joe's. It's like a nut and seed bread. It's like one of those super healthy thing. It has pumpkin seeds in it. It has all sorts of nuts and seeds. And so it's really good toasted. And then I put butter on it, of course, the butter melts, and then I'll put the avocados on, kind of mash them on, and then we'll throw a slap your mama on there. That slap your mama, I could eat that or use it every day too. It's just a mixture of um, salt, pepper, and chili powder. I make a spaghetti. Amber Channel posted a while back with beef and chicken and a white sauce and spaghetti sauce and cheeses. It was really good. Oh my gosh. I love spaghetti. I really do. Very, very. Yes, you definitely need to get a white sands picture. Like, even pull off to the side of the road and see white sands in the distance. It's like perfectly white sand. And then they snow, I don't know, I'll call it plowing. So, because the wind blows, the roads in the White Sands Park, they have to keep it completely like snowblowed, because if that sounded really bad, I think. Um, yeah, it's it's beautiful and it looks like snow and it's so bright and it's so white and it's amazing. Countess here. Oh my God, I have to get another air fryer. Mine broke a while ago and I just never replaced it. You're going to have to get one. I really like, um, Susie, if the interstate is shut down, if they're testing missiles there. Yes, there's a big missile base over there as well. Again, in the middle of the desert, and all of a sudden you're driving down the side of a mountain and it's like right there. It's very cool. And at that same base, they have a museum that you can go to. But Countess Tara, you'll definitely have to get an air fryer. I have a Ninja Foodie air fryer. It's like the Ninja Foodie XL 6-in-1 or 7-in-1, and it has a lid that pulls down. But it comes with like a 9 by 13 baking dish. It is so awesome. But we do just keep it real. Yeah, we use our air fryer probably every day. Every single day. We use it for vegetables and all of those things. You might have to have some avocado cheese toast with my pasta. Oh my gosh. I've never tried avocado and cheese toast before, but it sounds so good. Oh, oh yeah, that seed tastic 12 grain and one we love it too. Yeah, we do. It's the best toasted, even with just jelly on it or peanut butter or whatever. It is like amazing. You make a garden chowder soup with many different veggies and cheese. It's all, oh, yeah. But tonight's for us, it's super easy. Tara is saying, hey to everyone. I think I could eat pasta daily. Yes, definitely. Definitely can do that for sure. Mitten Mama. Yep. Spaghetti sounds amazing. It is. Just keep it real. Tara, I didn't know you went live. I'll go watch your play. Yes, just keep it real. You'll need to watch her real the replay. Her hair, usually she always wears it up like in a bun on top of her hair head. She had her hair down and so long and so curly and it was so stinking cute. I didn't even realize you had long hair, but I saw it. Oh, wrong century man. Well, definitely. You'll have to come back another day. You have a great rest of your evening, my dear. We love you. Bye. Ms. Moss, I bought a spaghetti muffin at the gourmet market. It looked interesting. Was it good? Did you eat it hot? Because I would maybe make a spaghetti muffin, but for one person that would be really cool. You just Take out a muffin and oh, very creative. Very, very creative. Ooh, okay. I think I lost her thing because I'm gonna have to rethink about this here. Yeah, the spaghetti muffin at the market. Oh my gosh. I just had to put it back up there. So fun. Oh, yes, Tara. That seed bread from Trader Joe's is amazing. You guys all have to try it. And I'm not a bread person. So, like, I would just rather eat a big bowl of spaghetti without the garlic bread just because I can do that. Wandering Scorpio, manicotti. I stuff the pasta and bake in the sauce. The sauce will soften the manicotti. Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that before on not necessarily TikTok, but on a food reel from some of those creators. Ooh, definitely, you need to make that manicotti. And then I drank all the Merlot that I was putting in my pasta sauce. After that, everything tastes good. That's good. Wandering Scorpio, where are you driving this week? Are you off for a week? Definitely throw some cheese on there. Mm-mm-mm. Yes. Oh, Ms., you'll have to let us know how how that tastes, the spaghetti muffin, because that might be a really good idea. And that would be a really good idea too if you are on a healthy weight journey, because it could measure out the amount of pasta that you eat. And maybe you just eat one as opposed to like me, I'd probably eat three, you know, but that is something to deal with. That could be a really good, exciting weight loss and still get your carbs in that you can't live without. I'm currently Googling spaghetti muffins. Oh my gosh. You'll have to fill us in. Oh, wandering Scorpio. I'm in Oklahoma at home. I had to quit because of safety issues. They thought I was going to sit 10 days with no pay in Michigan. Nope. Oh, you had to quit. So are you just like on a 10-day break? Or you're working too much and they're like, no, that kind of thing. I get it. There are people who drive day in and day out, and you have to have a rest break during a certain period of time. Hey, Cher Bear, so good to see you, my dear. Very much. So, early for those who missed it before, my ultimate fear was bugs, and my second fear was being an extremely overweight little person. Like that was a fear. And I have a fear also at having so many spinal surgeries. And thank goodness I've only had the one, but I've seen so many people who go through surgery after surgery after surgery. And it's just really sad what has happened. So, you know, it's very challenging. All right. Countess, do you have Uncle Giuseppe's markets by you? Oh my gosh. Miss, when I saw that, I'm like, do you have an Uncle Giuseppe? Like, you have an Uncle Giuseppe. But here, we really don't. We do have an Italian market in Oconomowoc, um, but it serves as a restaurant. But you can also buy things, I'm sure, like spaghetti muffins, I'm assuming. They make up laws without even reading the actual law. Risky. Yeah. Yeah. You really need to be aware of, especially with track, truck and tractor or whatever, a big rig, because so many people, a friend of mine was in an accident in New Jersey with his semi truck because he had a seizure. And that was really sad. Imagine that. And he can no longer drive. It was his most favorite job in the world. Him and his wife, they travel all together. Oh, so there's an Uncle Giuseppe in Brooklyn. It's a local family chain. Ooh, but it's Buco Box. I love pastoso. I think that's here though. Oh, pastosa? Pastosa? Oh, cool. Oh my goodness. One of these days, we'll have to do a cooking video, but I would put out all my ingredients and everything ahead of time in the description. So if you wanted to cook with me that one day, we could do that. That would be super fun. Yes, Ms. You and Tara, who live in New York, have so many amazing things right there at your fingertips. Okay, just keep it real has an update. Okay, update. Spaghetti muffins are basically baked spaghetti in a muffin pan. I'm down for it. Yep, definitely. Most likely. Yeah, they make homemade manicotti, ravioli, stuffed shells, etc. Plus homemade hot food, all Italian. Oh my goodness, my favorite thing. I'm cramming in New York food before Friday. I would definitely get it all before then, right? I'll challenge you all to my manicotti video. Black's recipes inspired me. You know what? I'll have to see what she put on there, and then we could all check it out. Maybe we can do dueling recipe. Like they have those dueling piano bars. Maybe we can have a dueling cooking thing. That would be fun. Oh, it'll all be Southern cooking for her. Yep, definitely. But so, yes, those are my biggest fears. And I mean, the bug thing, anybody, y'all have similarities with the bug thing, but you're either afraid of them or you're not. But like, I'm definitely afraid of them. I'll probably have a heart attack. But there are other fears that I have from being a little person. And you don't think about it too often. And I think when you haven't seen a lot of other people, maybe cancer scares me. I probably would. I would just want to, those kind of things. You think about it because you think about your kids. And like, I almost lost my daughter once. And I mean, we're so happy she's still with us, but she is amazing. Wondering, I bet you have to get creative in the truck. Yeah. He's got his own kitchen, I'm sure, back there. Tara, you'll probably be happier. Mizzy in New York sucks now, anyways. LOL. Mizzy, I take it you are moving to the south or just visiting? Because I've missed it. Bring it, Tara. You got a guaranteed win, but only if you try. That's so cute. You're going to miss the recreational, though. Oh, yeah. That is so nice. So, Ms., you're originally from Georgia because you do have that like Brooklyn, Long Island accent thing going on versus a southern thing. Oh, you go back and forth between Georgia and New York. I see. I understand. Well, no wonder, like the roommate situation and all that, that you had all that craziness going on. But it's a good thing you have a job that allows you to be that flexible. I'm a New Yorker with a boyfriend in Georgia. Yes. See, that's exciting. That really is. So now you're going to go to Pound Town now that you're back in Georgia. See, that'll be fun. You're going to have a really great time. Definitely. Tara, my wife, used to cook everything in the truck. She passed away from a heart attack while cooking chicken fajitas in the sleeper. So I carry on her tradition. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. I'm sure. So, yeah, definitely. Aw. Long Island is nice, though. I'm sick of Brooklyn. See, I think that is, I can't even envision. I've been to Brooklyn, I've been to Long Island many times, but I've never lived there. I would love to live there at some point, maybe in my life, just like for a month, just to get the feel of it and walk around in the different communities and that kind of thing. So she's a true Georgian with a New York accent. I'm so excited for you. So nice. The weather will be so much better too. I'm sorry for your loss. It's awesome that you carry on her tradition. Her spirit lives on in you. Absolutely. Very much so. Long Island is too expensive. It is. And it's so expensive. Very much so. And you get so little of something for so much. Just keep it real. So sorry for your loss, wandering. Yeah, me too. I feel that way. My heart breaks thinking about that. I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine. Trust me, Tara, during CPR, I felt her energy flow into me. I really do carry her energy. Oh my gosh. That is so amazing. And I'm so glad she still is beaming through your spirit and you're actually physically carrying her with you every day. When I turned 18, I almost moved to Manhattan. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I had wanted to move to New York City when I think I was 20 at that time. I was dating a little person who was a firefighter from Harrison. Yeah, Harrison, just up north. Not really north, but you know what I mean. It's to me, it's all New York City. Wow, I'm wondering. It's all good, everyone. I had the best marriage, a wonderful time. That is so sweet. I am so glad. And now you're happy that she's still with you. You might not be able to see her visually, but you can feel her with you. Oh, one other thing I wanted to talk about and is I was with family on Monday, with my dad's side of the family, and my niece was there, and like my sister and my mom and my cousins, and we were all talking. And one of my niece says to me, Susie, you have to make your video shorter. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, could you do 10 minutes and then because she said I get kind of bored, but you know what? They just tell me their thing, but I don't think she really understands. You know, we can we can talk about some differences. If you think that this goes on for too long, and I know today we're over an hour again, and that was really hard, but I have to learn how to do shorts, and I need to learn how to do. Exactly, just keep it real. Yeah, 10 minutes, we're just getting rolling. Exactly. But I would love to figure that out. If any of you know anybody who has like some insight on how to create the shorts and a reel, I think I can maybe do. Just keep it real. You make reels. um, and how to splice apart some of my lives or to do other things. I just have to be, um, but I would love just to be able to get into contact with somebody, even if it's just via email. That would be so awesome. It's because a lot of people are used to pre-recorded type videos that probably have a script like rehearsed. Live streams are different. Exactly. No, because we get engaged in conversation. Like I think early last week, we had a discussion. I don't even know where we went, but we wound up to the majority about it, learning about cleaning and how everybody does cleaning and how I can't reach the high things and things like that. So I know that there's an app on here too on my computer, which is kind of like CapCut, but I can't remember what it's called. It's something, but I need to get better at that. I want to be able to do like one of those at the beginning, you know, while you wait for people in your live to come in. It's my eyeballs rolling around. I'm trying to get situated. It's gotten a lot better, but doing this has been so much fun. And Mr. Spicy, he loved it. He has a totally different appreciation and really gets what I was doing it by doing this. And he's like, Susie, it's so much fun. And um, he just had a blast. At first, he was nervous, shaking, sweating. Yeah, Jilly taught us a lot about cleaning tips, and it was fun. Yeah, you'll have to check that out. It was last week. And, you know, I need to get better at editing, you know, descriptions and stuff. I need to get better at all of that, but it'll come with time. This is really me going outside my box because I wanted everything to be perfect for when I went live. Like I wanted to be on top of it. Use your cell phone, pick a song, hit the remix button at the top, tap the add video button. Oh, well, there you go. But, and I also want to know how to do better at making thumbnails. And, I want things to be fun, but yet more profesh as exposed from me. So maybe I'll be able to find somebody that would be able to help me. If you know of anybody, my email is on in my about section at spicylittleprincess at gmail.com. But wondering, thank you so much. Definitely. And yes, Mr. Spicy did great. And then his brother sent him a text and it said, "You have to smile more." So now he knew his whole family was watching. And that's the funny part. His family was like watching us. I don't know if they watched us after the fact, but it's very interesting. I know. I just go off the cuff, don't I, Susie? Yes, you do. And you kind of pushed me into this off the cuff kind of thing. Like today, I didn't know what to talk about. And then I saw a bug, and I'm like, you know what? Let's talk about fears. Even though that can seem like a funny fear, which is true. Like right now, I see wasps flying around, not in the house. Oh, hell no. Because I have no problem. The wind is blowing in, so it would not be a good day. Blacks, it's so good to see you, lovely. I use Canva and an app mentioned above, CapCut. It took a few weeks to get it right. I just don't have time for them at the moment. Oh my gosh, we are talking about you. We are talking about your recipes and Wandering Scorpio. It told us about making some manicotti, I think it is. But girl, you and I need to get this thing figured out because I love to cook too. And it would be so fun to do something. It really would. So, see, bugs can inspire you. Yes. And I was afraid to talk about my other fears because I didn't want to hurt people's feelings if they were in that situation. But it's Countess Tara. Susie, some people actually have a fear of little people. LOL. Have you ever encountered that? Yes. And that human that you and I are talking about, um, yeah, would remind people on the daily. Whoever she talked about, if she ever talked about me, she, but she wasn't afraid of like little people. She was afraid of the M word. And therefore, I'm not one of them. So she was very, um, I tell you, there are some people, but I've heard of another famous influencer. She's like old by now, who was afraid of little people. And she had a TV show. And when her little people would come and she would interview them, she wouldn't hug them like all of the other people that would come on her show. It was pretty sad. Tara, you're being naughty. Oh my goodness. Yes, Tara was naughty. Fancy. I'm sorry, I have fear of snakes and spiders and crowds. That is why I don't do professional singing because I was going to. Oh my gosh. I would love to hear you sing. Nope, spiders is the worst. The worst. Anxiety, panic, sweat, shaking. Some of you creators don't give yourself enough credit. Spicy, you're doing amazing. I like being in here, even just listening. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Definitely. Don't tie me out, just keep it real. Don't worry, she won't. Tara, I won't, but I do know what you're talking about. That's funny. Ms. Maz, I'm afraid of stolen foam shoes. Yeah, definitely. You are so funny. And if they're stolen, don't be wearing them. Just saying, don't do it. Don't do it. Ms. Maz, you're a mess. Now that's easy to say. I would be like, hot mess. You've been messy 6 a.m. How cute. Yep, I was a hot mess, guys. Oh, Gemini Mama said, I had a question if you don't mind. I loved watching the reality shows on Little People as I learned a lot. However, sometimes I feel guilty if I watch Little People wrestling. You know what? I I am going to be interviewing somebody. I got to put my calendar together. But okay, like Little People wrestling. People do that as well. It might appear to be offensive. Is it offensive that the industry utilizes little people in specific parts, or is the wrestling offensive? People in the little people community or the little people world, like the organization Little People of America, they do not support little people wrestling. I mean, but these little people, that's how they make money. Um, it's like there are little people in Mexico who are in the like rodeo and stuff like that. Like that's really popular. But little people wrestling are not offended by it. They used to have like little people bowling for $100. You could pick up a little person and throw him into these pins and whatnot. Um, People do that. Do I agree with that kind of thing? No. Do um, little people wrestling? I I don't watch it. I just choose, but um, people make money, and if that's the way they make their money, then I like support them for having a job. I may not just like that job, but there's a lot of things people get really offended when, um, and I can do a whole topic over this, and I would love to, but I'm going to need somebody to like ask me the questions because sometimes I don't think about. We can talk about elfing. You know what I find offensive is Christmas commercials with children as Santa's helper. Oh my gosh, if you really think about that, right? You think about them using children who work for Santa. That's like, that's like a whole cult thing of its own that they should hire little people because that's the way it's been mystified is having why would you hire children, that's labor. And you think about it, well, mom, I want a job working for Santa at a 5-year old now. Look at all those other kids. So I would really love to get into that and talk more about um, those kind of things about the entertainment business. A very good friend of mine, he does entertainment on the side. He actually lives in New Jersey, and there's a big market for that. Like all over Christmas and the holidays, he's working elfing gigs. And does he do some like he'll be a leprechaun that strips for girls or whatever. It's all a big thing, but he makes amazing money. But he would never do anything that he feels would be offensive. But yeah, I would love to do it. If someone would like to put questions together, and then I'd have you come up on my channel and we can talk about those things. But yes, it is a big thing. But you know what? I will definitely, um, I don't know how this works. For sure, I will. Gemini Mama, I'm going to write that down after I wrap up here, and then it would be fun. I mean, you would be a really good example. I don't know if you'd be willing to come up here on a day and ask me questions because you like watching the little people programs and little people wrestling and all those things. And then we can have a discussion on child labor, working for Santa. And the real reason you don't see TV commercials using little people is little people are too expensive. They can get children in there for like $50 an hour. Um, Doing a commercial where little people are several $100s an hour, if not more. So, and it just all depends, but I would love to talk about it. And it's very different also around the country of you kind of see those things, but I would love to do a live on that and we can talk about it. And I'm also would like my one of my best friends, his name is Mark from New Jersey, to talk about it. And I think it would be great. Gemini Mama busted my panel. Guess Sherry. I'll never forget. Oh my gosh. That's exciting. Busting a panel. Great. I would love that. It would be so much fun to talk about that, about little people in entertainment. So, yes, let me think about that and just keep, that's what I do, girl. Taking bodies daily. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. But no, I would love it. And if there's anything, I'll write it down. Definitely reach out to me. Of course, I don't know how to get in touch with many of you, but if you're interested in doing that with me, definitely send me an email at spicylittleprincess at gmail.com. I would love, love, love to do that with somebody. Um, Gemini Mama, you were Just Keep It Real's first panel guest. Oh my gosh. Yes, Ms., you'd love to hear his, yeah, and the industry. There are things that I don't agree with, but they make money. And if that's the way to put their body through bodily harm, but do, yes, that's a hard question to answer, but I would love to do it. So we'll definitely have to do that. And maybe we could do I'll think about how we should do that, but I will reach out to my friend Mark tonight and tell him, hey, I've had a lot of interest in this because I think it would be very interesting. Most definitely. So, everybody that was here, thank you so much. I've gotten a lot of great ideas this live. I'm loving doing the live thing, and hopefully on the weekend we can, Mr. Spicy can join me, and maybe Mr. Just Keep It Real, and we talk about life in general and how much fun it is to know each other. But Ms. Maz, I think it would be great. And what I'll do though with that too is I will schedule it like a full day in advance, and it would most likely be in an evening because he does work outside of the home. So that would be good. Mirandy, thank you. Thank you very much. Just keep it real. And I meant no ill will at all, but that still getting blown up for it. I don't think I know what you're talking. I just wanted to have some fun. But I'll have to catch up on that one. It was fun, Gemini. Thanks, Mirandy. And just keep it real. Did all have us guessing. Oh my gosh. How fun. So I will see you guys in a couple of days. And thank you again so much. So much for being here. And I appreciate it very much. And again, don't forget, email me with your questions, but I am going to work on getting Mark on here and talking about little people in the entertainment industry. All right, my dears, take care. Love to all. Bye.